Sorry, guys, we had an interruption, but we're back.
Mom's calling. Actually, she said, "Go Bucks."
Go Bucks.
So,
Yeah. Anyway.
So what I was gonna say is, because I don't cover it in a shower, I limit my showers to maybe, and some people might cringe, about once to twice a week.
Yeah.
But between that, I try to take baths, so that way I'm getting all my necessary areas clean.
All your necessaries.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about
Cost of the medications.
Yeah, we started last time talking about the cost a little bit, and Julie was not sure what her pump and her Remodulin cost, so she did some research and found that it cost.
I looked at my EOB, and it was very consistently for a month. Brace yourselves, like $50,000, an average of like $47,000 to $50,000 a month. Now, I don't have that kind of money. Nobody has that kind of money. So I am just very thankful that I have insurance that covers a majority of that. I meet my deductible for the year in the first month that I order my medicine.
Yes.
Now, and that's another thing. So these are life-saving medications, and they are very good about making sure we have our medications.
Despite payment, usually.
I've been in Vegas, and I've needed a shipment there,
They'll ship it.
and then they'll ship it there.
Yeah.
They will courier it to make sure that you have it. But they are very expensive. So at the beginning of the year, you went through you were going to have to pay $3,000 for your Tyvaso just to meet the deductible. Yeah. At the beginning of the year, they won't ship it unless they get a payment of, for me, it was I think around $1,500 for my stuff. But then after that, everything's paid for, so you go ahead and get anything done medically that you need because you're good.
Yeah.
But there are there's a lot of organizations that can help out with that, but it is also very thinly spread out.
Yeah, and it's time consuming because there's tons of paperwork. They want to know, your income and all that kind of stuff.
Actually, mine last year was not that bad. I have an HSA, so I save money for that reason. Because I don't want to get hit with a big bill. So I save all year for this. But when I ordered my first medication for the year, or my first reorder, I asked CVS Caremark, because that's who I was at the time, or who I'm still with, and I asked them if they had any kind of financial aid or assistance, and they pretty much covered it all. So any of you out there with CVS, just ask.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah. And one of the other things, which I'll talk about in my day-to-day life more, but if any of you are on disability, you can also apply for what's called extra help, because once you're on disability for so long, you qualify for Medicare. Medicare is not just for the elderly, it is for people with chronic illnesses who are on disability as well. If you qualify for extra help, they'll pay your copays. So that's always helpful. This one, I don't know that they're going to pay my copay. So I'm working on something right now, actually, for this one, for my reorder. But anyway.
So I think we've talked, our
parents.
Yeah.
Let's do that real quick.
So for the most part, you might look at us and think that we are healthy young females. And this is one of the more difficult parts of our disease because, Crystal uses a handicap placard.
In the winter.
In the winter. Mm-hmm. I used to have one when I was in college, so at that time I was 20, 21. And people give you dirty looks when you look young and healthy and you're getting out of your car, parking in a handicap spot.
They do.
So most of this is invisible, but some of the things that we wanted to talk about that are not invisible are either side effects from the disease or side effects from the drugs. Yeah. So, Crystal, you could go ahead and start with you.
So I don't know if everybody with pulmonary hypertension has this, but I am cyanotic, which that means basically you have a blue tinge to your skin. I've had this my entire life, and it is embarrassing. I was made fun of in school so bad. I was called Barney and Smurfette, and people had said I looked like I was dead. They were horrible. Kids are just as bad today, but it was horrible. And it hasn't changed. Even still as an adult, people still look at me funky. And so I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, you can see me. So right through here, I will get tinged blue. My nose and down here in my chin is mainly where you see it, just because
Your lips are...
And my lips. I have lipstick on. So those are the areas where your skin's real thin, so it shows. And then my fingertips are are what is called clubbed. They're clubbing, and I have my fingers are actually in a medical book somewhere. Somebody took pictures when I was in the hospital one time, and they put it in one of their medical books. Anyway, so, and they're kind of blue tinged, and my fingertips are blue tinged, and yours are a bit too.
They're a little bit warmer today, or now. When she first came over, they were a little bit blue.
But even she has that dusky nail bed as well. But yours aren't clubbed really.
No.
But mine are clubbed so badly because
like
a little bit.
But that's from lack of oxygen.
Yeah, and this is from
Chronic
years
lack of
and
oxygen.
years and years of lack of oxygen. And I hate it. I've tried to get my nails done. I paint them. I try to do everything I can to hide it. Because even as an adult, it's that one of those things that I'm very self-conscious about, and I shouldn't be, because this is who I am. Either, take me or leave me, whatever. But it's still something that's very, hard to deal with as far as what I look like. Yeah.
Is that about the
those are what I've noticed in my life. And then one other thing is my eyes, which I don't know if you can see today. My eyes get bloodshot very easily. I've been told several different things, that it's the high blood pressure, or the high pressures that have caused it. I've been told that it's an allergy to fluorescent lighting. I've been told it's a side effect of the medication. I've been told, I have no idea. So I don't know if any of the other patients suffer from that, but that is one thing that is also very embarrassing, because people are constantly like, are you high? And I'm like, no. But those are the things that I noticed. Do you have anything?
Yeah, so I'm kind of opposite of her. And I remember when we first met, you would always talk about how when you were little, you just wanted to be pink. Mm-hmm. And then, so my problem is totally opposite of Crystal's. I'm always red. My face is always flushed, which I think I've found a good combination of makeup to kind of conceal it. We both have.
We should do a makeup tutorial.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But you can see my hands. They're like beet red. But they look hot, but they're usually cold. Pretty much always cold. My legs are really red. Pretty much everything is really red. And a lot of what I get is, someone stayed in the tanning bed too long. Yeah, hey, you look like a lobster. And I'm like, okay.
Or you look like Barney, I mean.
Yeah. Or they look at me and say, does that hurt? And I'm like, no. And I love dresses. I love shorts when it's warm enough to wear shorts. But so sometimes I don't like it just because it draws extra attention to how red my legs are. The other thing, I think that might be the only thing that I notice.
And that's from your meds, right?
Yes, good point. Because when I don't have my medications infusing, which with that medication, it should always be infusing, I feel my face turns pale. And I feel like my skin goes back to normal almost. So I do feel mine's more just medication related.
Okay. So, we are getting long on our video. So next time I think we'll talk about our day-to-day lives and expound on some other things.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. This is super long, of course. I know there's just a lot with this disease that we want to touch on, and we have a short time to do it because this is Pulmonary Hypertension Awareness Month. So we're trying to get all these videos done this month. So if you have any questions and you're on the boards on Facebook, the support groups, please feel free to ask us. I share these videos on there as well.
And if there's something else you want us to talk about, just let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Subscribe, click like, share, all that good stuff. I don't know. I've always wanted to say that. All right. Till next time, guys. See you later.
Bye.